weeks, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, cats and dogs, moms and dads, wherever you are. Welcome back to 1-0. Welcome to a Good Friday or a Saturday, Easter Saturday, whatever it is. Welcome to another bright, shining day. I'm your host, Costa, and today I'm joined by a long-time OG, Matty Boy.
It's good to be back.
He started to ask for more money every time I asked him to appear. So,
after the team I built last episode, I think
yeah, you're lucky I got you back on because I wasn't happy. You know, Luke took that out. A lot of the comments with Luke, the team was way further, whereas I said your team was easily the best. But if you don't know what to talk about the draft, go check it out if you haven't. If you are new, make sure to like, subscribe, do all that business. Returning back to a proper long podcast today. Hopefully a good chat with the boys, clip some videos up, get some other tricky little videos out for you during the week. It's also been a big week for 1-0, Matty Boy, because did you see the recent video?
I saw the video, and it's a shame. I should have been included in it.
Yeah, you should have been. Matty Boy was going to referee that game.
The special guest referee.
But we heard from specific people up above was match fixing could be into place, which we don't condone at 1-0 FC. But maybe down the line in the future, we could see a bit of a Matty Boy special guest referee like Shawn Michaels and Ric Flair.
Give her a couple penalties, a couple red cards, and 1-0 take the dub.
Well, look, if you don't know what to talk about, again, go check it out. 1-0 FC futsal game, first game of the season. Needless to say, your boy put on a bit of a display. But I'm keen. No game this Sunday because of Easter. Have a good Easter to you guys. Not too many chalky eggs, but it's all right. But look, it's all good fun. Football's good. Finally, the international break is over. I don't think I'm the only one that say international break is a bit pupukaka murder, but the Euros is coming up soon. So hopefully we've got a bit of cool stuff for the Euros. But we'll touch it on. Portugal, VAR controversy. The ball was over the line. Yeah.
It should have been a goal.
Should have been a goal. Ronaldo threw his armband, cracked the shits, ran off, made a tantrum. Did you see Matic though, what he put on Bruno's wall?
That's class.
That was cool.
That's class.
Well done, Nemanja. Love that from the boys. North Macedonia, probably the only other big thing coming out of the week. They beat Germany 2-1.
Maybe it's time for that German coach with a low level. Yeah. Maybe it is his time to go. Maybe that's why.
Maybe he's reached a new low.
I didn't say it. That's not my quote. But
thanks for coming. I'm here all day.
You got to respect the North Macedonians. They've put up a good fight.
Oh, that's huge. Well, they've pulled Greece to shame. There's a bit of rivalry there. Greece has got to qualify for the Euros again. And now North Macedonia goes out and beats Germany. I can see you look out my notes here.
Yeah.
Because it's a long podcast, so I've got my notes. I know. Moving up in the world, pink shirt and all. Thanks for coming. I put Werner lol. Simple notes, but it's effective.
Simple.
Timo Werner.
Yeah.
I coach under 10 boys at my club. I'm confident 99% of them can at least touch the ball and put it in or make it close. Werner just said, nah, bun that.
You know what he's doing? If he was scoring, he wouldn't be getting this attention. If he's missing, he's getting the attention.
So he's a bit of Charlie Puth. You just want attention. You just want my heart.
Exactly. It's all for the social media followers.
I'm on fire today. Sorry, mate, but I'm on fire today. Look, Werner, it's interesting.
You can't always be at the top of your game. Like, I'm sure in their career, Haaland will have a bad year. All these youngsters, and Mbappe, he will have a bad year eventually.
Matt, the goal was here, the ball was here, he was there, and he went.
Are you saying Ronaldo's never missed an easy chance?
Martial buries that. That's what I'm saying. Moving on, you're speaking about strikers and burying chances. We had a big story coming out in the week. I think one that was kind of expected to happen, but it was made official. Sergio Aguero announces that he's going to leave Manchester City at the end of the year. Obviously, he's brought arguably one of the greatest sporting soccer moments, football moments of all time.
The greatest.
You could argue. Obviously, we all know the famous commentary. One that still pains me to this day as a United fan. But I'm not going to be oblivious to the fact that Aguero is actually one who I kind of appreciate. And I think I almost value him a little bit higher than other football fans you may see on Twitter and all that sort of stuff. Amazing career. You've seen the photos of him, David Silva and company holding the trophy. It feels like an end of an era. Those three will eventually get a statue. I think they might have already said that they are going to get a statue.
Yeah, apart from Yaya Toure never got one. He's not getting one yet. Maybe eventually.
But that you feel like you mentioned Yaya Toure. You feel like that core, that Man City team now, it's done.
It's done. It's a new future. Foden, Gundogan.
Well, that's it.
De Bruyne.
It's got to lead me to the question, Matty Boy. We've seen this year he hasn't played that much football, and they haven't really put all the emphasis on Jesus in that striker position. They've played Foden in a bit of like a centre forward role. We'll touch on a player later on in the pod. But who do you think is the Aguero replacement Manchester City are going out for?
I've got two in my mind. I'm not going to say the obvious one. I think we all know who the obvious one is.
We all know the obvious one.
One is, and his Argentinian teammate Dybala. Now, I watch a bit of Juventus, and him and Ronaldo don't get along. Ooh. They don't click. So
that's a decent. Do you think?
I think he'd suit because Dybala technically is an amazing player, and Pep looks for technically gifted players. So I think it'd be a move that would make sense.
And wow, that's actually a decent shout. Because I think Juventus would let him go too.
Yeah.
I don't think Juventus, not because he's not a good player, but I don't think Juventus will do anything they can to keep him.
No,
I think if they get the right price, they could probably get him for 75, 80 mil.
I was even thinking 65.
Yeah, because his name hasn't really been out there as much in this year, last year, not as much. Aguero could be a decent shout to the Argentinian. I'm going to go for a name that could happen. It's a name that's been topical recently, besides from the main one. I'm going to go Harry Kane. There's been interviews where Guardiola has said that Harry Kane is one of the few English players who he wants to work with. Harry Kane has said that Guardiola is obviously a world-class manager. I look back at that Tottenham documentary where Mourinho was speaking to Kane, and Kane says, "I want to be the best in the world. I want to be Messi, Ronaldo." I feel like as of right now, a manager at a team that can make Harry Kane that player is Manchester City and Pep Guardiola. Is it going to be weird? Is it going to be weird? Yes.
Yeah.
I think initially I thought Kane was a Tottenham man through and through, but I kind of think Harry Kane doesn't care.
No, I think he's done with Tottenham. But I'd say about Kane, I think it would negatively affect the players around him. Because look at City strikers like past and present: Tevez, Balotelli, Aguero. Jesus, they've all got pace.
That's true.
And then you got the wingers: Bernardo Silva, De Bruyne, Mahrez. They're all quick players. This would be a change if they do get Kane.
Well, look, you could have 2/3 of the England attack with Sterling and Kane. I mean, we might see another bit of a Kane should have squared it, or Sterling should have squared it in. But I think Harry Kane, I'm just going to say, besides from Haaland, which I think is the clear and obvious decision, but we'll touch on what news has come out with him later on. Besides Haaland, who I would, if any team should prioritise Haaland over anyone. Haaland and Mbappe are the future. It's obvious.
Yeah.
But I think Haaland is more gettable now. If I'm Man City, I think the timing and the way everything is moving is ideal. I throw whatever I can at Haaland, have him here for 3-4 years, because I don't think he's the type to stay at a club for 8-9 years. No. I don't think he's going to be such a cult hero as Aguero is and was. But I think Harry Kane would be thriving at that and possibly performing in that Euros. Harry Kane will be looking at the Euros as a way to, let's see how much I can boost up my price.
That's what a lot of players will be doing as well. But I think while City's in this, they always are in like the conversation to win the Champions League. You feel like they're just so close now with the team they got. You feel like they're just that close from winning it.
Well, if you had to choose now, Manchester City, someone comes and goes, Harry Kane, Haaland. You've got English striker who's proved it in the Premier League. His mature age, he can give you a solid 2-3 years of like Champions League football, even 4 years even. Or a Haaland who we've really only seen properly shine the last 2 years, who's still very young, hasn't played English football, which we know is, it's what we've seen with Werner, we've seen with Havertz. It's not easy to come in and pick up where you left off. Which of those two are you taking?
Well, if they want to win the Champions League, there's only one option. Spurs don't win titles. They don't usually get far in Champions League, so I'm going to go Haaland. He scores. He scores.
He's a machine.
In big games. Even last year, the game Dortmund PSG in I think it was a round of 16. Although they got knocked out, he scored.
He's a machine. Goal. Let us know in the comments, who would you choose? Use my that was decent. What I proposed was. It was all right, was it? You meant to say yes, mate.
It's up there.
Harry Kane, who's already kind of done it in the Premier League, you know what he's going to give you, or a young future star. current star even in Erling Haaland? Let me know in the comments who are you taking while we get some of the crowd pulling in. Now, Aguero. We continue to talk about Aguero. Where does he rank as one of the best strikers of all time in the Premier League? I'm going to throw out some names. Didier Drogba, Wayne Rooney, Robin van Persie, Thierry Henry, Van Nistelrooy,
Olivier Giroud.
Alan Shearer. The list keeps on going. Anthony Martial. The list keeps on going on. Shut up. Stop.
Giroud?
All right. You make me pay you to come onto this and say shit like that. Where does he rank? And to make it easier for you, I'll start you off on a bit of something.
Go on.
Stop looking at my notes. Drogba, Rooney, Aguero. Sell, bench, start.
Drogba, Rooney, Aguero.
I'll start you off while you think. I'm going to sell Drogba. I'm benching Aguero and starting Rooney.
Doing the opposite to you. I'm selling Rooney. He's out. He can go back to Shrek, record another video. Aguero is going to be my man off the bench to make an impact. And Drogba's going to score 2 goals every game, starting at that centre forward position.
Is this bias kicking in, or is that what you truly believe?
That's what I believe. I think Drogba is incredible.
I mean it's, whichever one you start, it's not like, oh,
yeah.
Shit. But but the interesting fact that we've gone with there is Aguero makes our team out of those 3. Let me change 2 of the names. Thierry Henry. I was going to say Shearer. We're young. We know Shearer's a GOAT, blah, blah, blah. Or Robert Van Persie. So Aguero, Van Persie, Thierry Henry, sell, bench, start.
I can't do this.
This one's tough.
I think start.
Oh, I love Van Persie, bro.
Start Robin Van Persie.
You're starting Van Persie over Thierry Henry and Aguero.
Yeah. Bench. Thierry Henry, sell Aguero.
Oh, Costa, you've killed me here. This one is tough.
It's a tough one.
Let us know in the comments what you would do. Thierry Henry makes it. I think I've got to start Thierry Henry.
Yeah, it's a tough one.
I think I've got to start Thierry. Ideal if I'm the gaffer, chuck Thierry on the left wing, chuck Aguero on the right. But we're talking about striker position. I'm starting Thierry Henry. I'm probably benching.
Don't say it. We can't both sell Aguero, can we?
To be honest, my gut is telling me bench Aguero, sell Van Persie. But it pains me to say.
And you're the United supporter here. And I'm starting Van Persie.
Yeah, but look. Van Persie was class. Aguero, I think Aguero is one of those players. I feel like we've underappreciated. If Aguero is English, I feel like it's a different story.
Yeah, and he's got the English tax on him.
Which we hear a lot. If he was English, it'd be so much more in the news. It'd be highly valued. If Harry Kane has anything of the... I don't think you can compare Harry Kane and Aguero's careers, obviously, if you look at championships or whatever. But I think Aguero is miles ahead of where Harry Kane is now.
Easily. Aguero is one of the best strikers, for the past 5, 6, 7, 8 years.
Even in just football.
Yeah, he's been one of the best strikers in the world.
Away from the Prem, exactly.
Like, it's kind of... Like, Lewandowski never really got appreciated until the last few years. I feel like Aguero's just never gotten that appreciation.
I agree.
Even though he should have.
And it's one of those things that's until like a bit of a David Silva and a company. I know I probably fell into that company sort of thing where, as I said about myself, whatever I'm watching, company was unbelievable. But he just did the business as simple as you can. Went around it, good leader. As you can see, he's coaching now too. And I feel like Aguero's got to fall under that bracket. Last thing about Aguero, there's obviously rumours Chelsea are in for him. Barcelona, I think, is the appropriate decision, maybe. With Messi, I think that would be nice. Which team do you think should go in for Aguero? Which team do you think Aguero will end up? There's obviously the Atletico Madrid kind of heartfelt thing there. Does he want to go do that? I think Aguero's still got some good football left in him.
Easily, 100%.
And I don't think he wants to go, you know what, send me to Miami.
No.
I think there's heard, Fabrizio said that they've spoken to Barca. It's looking more likely than not, but we don't know what anything means now. I think he will go Barcelona.
You think Barca?
Yeah. I think he'll spend.
Interesting.
I wouldn't be surprised him and Messi on the same day call it quits.
Yeah. That's interesting. Barca, do you reckon we saw Suarez, who's an older player as well, like Aguero? He just couldn't keep up in the Champions League against Chelsea. So imagine that for Barcelona.
Did Barca do this to make way for an Aguero?
Did they?
Or did they make way for another striker?
The striker that Griezmann never was. I don't know.
It is an interesting one. I mean, to be honest, I'd take Aguero at Man United now.
Would you?
I think Cavani's shown that we kind of a striker like that with experience, with just general natural footballing talent, can still do wonders in the Prem.
Yeah, they can.
I probably would. Chelsea are actually like properly following it.
I hope we don't get him there.
Would you go?
No, I don't want him.
I
don't want him.
I don't see him staying in the Prem.
No.
I think Aguero actually does have a loyalty a bit to Man City. I think Barca probably is. I think that's where he will go, and I probably think that's where he should go.
But when we're doing a little bit of research on Haaland, a few names that got thrown around to replace Aguero
Yes, interesting.
were Lukaku and Lautaro. So I could see if one of them go, maybe it'd be Barca, Real Madrid. If one of them leave Inter, I could see Aguero sliding in.
You reckon?
I could see that going into Milan, top team in the Serie A. They're going to win the league easily. They're going to be playing Champions League. Got one of the best managers in the world. So underappreciated, Conte.
That is a decent shout.
So I think if one of those two go, Aguero's an easy replacement.
An Inter Milan job.
Yeah, Inter
for
Milan.
Sergio Aguero.
And they got some class players, Inter.
So I've gone Barca. You've gone Inter Milan.
Yeah.
That's interesting. I don't mind that. I would have, to be honest, I really wouldn't be upset where he goes. I don't think Real Madrid. I think 3 years ago, I think he would go Real Madrid. But I think Real Madrid know where they stand now. They need a moneymaker. They need a big boy. Let us know what. Obviously, Aguero is such a good player for Man City over the years, providing one of the most historic moments in football history. Which every time I talk about it, my heart starts to tense a little bit. But where do you think Aguero will go, and who do you think is the number one replacement for Sergio Aguero? Which matey boy? I've had a good discussion so far. Leads us to Erling Haaland. Fabrizio comes out today, a couple of days ago, says that his dad's been speaking to Barcelona, and as you said before, when we won the foot draft, I know,
shaky plug.
Apparently he's also spoken to Real Madrid.
Yeah.
And to be honest, Haaland, if I was a girl, okay, I've seen my mate Erling, and I've said, you know what, you're a handsome looking man. I'll go out on a couple of dates with him. He says, come and meet my family, meet my father. I'm thinking, look, you know what? He might be with me for 1 or 2 years and he might just fuck off. And I feel like he kind of learned that from his dad a little bit too. If I see his dad, I'm like, you know what? The dad might start hitting on me. I don't know. Because I feel like there's just not much loyalty with him.
This is taking a turn. You could have just used the Ibra comparison.
The what?
The Ibra. Just no loyalty.
Yeah, but that's boring, man. Boy, 1-0. We do things different here. Thanks for coming.
Oh, clearly.
So, yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, there's every chance that Haaland stays at Dortmund for another year or two. If he does think, I do think that he loves the club. I think he's enjoyed his time. I don't think he's oblivious to the fact that Dortmund almost like blew him up in the sense where it's obvious that's where he's put in his unbelievable Champions League displays. But at the end of the day, my man wants to get his bag, and you can tell. So if I'm his girlfriend, I'm also staying because he's probably going to get a bag. But it's an iffy one. I don't see him at Barca.
Why not?
I don't know. I wasn't expecting you to ask me a question. I don't see him at Barca. I don't think for Haaland the right move would be Barca right now.
You think?
I feel like it's probably 3-4 years too early. 2-3-4 years early.
Yeah, it is. I could see him at Barca in that 3-4 years.
Yeah.
I can also see him now because not many people can say that they played with Lionel Messi, especially at his age.
I agree. Yeah, I do. I mean, that would be something that we haven't really seen before if Haaland continues to keep on firing. To be honest, mate, we've got to touch on Champions League at the end. If Haaland leads Dortmund to a win over Manchester City in the quarterfinals of the Champions League, he could about put another 30-odd mil to his name.
Easily. Which
then leaves you in the thing of who can afford to sign him. We know Barcelona's situations now. The team that he could possibly kick out might be the only team that can afford him.
Them or PSG, but why do PSG need him? They got Neymar, Di Maria, and Mbappe.
And if reports are true, who's to say they might not go for Messi or Ronaldo?
Exactly.
So it is interesting. I personally think Haaland. I think Haaland should go to Man City.
To Man City.
Haaland, he'll be guaranteed to win a couple of Premier Leagues.
Yeah.
Challenging them in the Champions League spot, and if Man City's priority next year will 100% be the Champions League, and this year they've already won the league, will 100% be Champions League. If Pep can win a Champions League, which is something that he hasn't been able to do, and he can often, and he continues to cop stick for it with that Barca team that he had, obviously with the Bayern Munich team, was with Man City he's dropped out, which is where he's got most of his flack from. If he can sign a goal-scoring machine like an Erling Haaland right now at a young age, I think the sky's the limit.
He can go places.
I think he should go to Man City. And I'm also going to think that he will go to Man City.
But going off your point, if Dortmund do beat City and they go through, do you think that Haaland believes that there's something special at Dortmund and he'll stay for one more year to give it a crack? Nah, you think he's going?
Yeah. Man City will offer him more money.
Yeah.
Obviously. I think that might even be enough for him to say, you know what? I've achieved what I've achieved with Dortmund. It's time for me to move on to something bigger. And he could almost use that Man City thing, say, you guys are bloody good and you lost to us.
Yeah.
Not that Dortmund's not good, but say you guys are unbelievable. Put me up front with De Bruyne behind me, with a Foden who's got to continue to rise. Also behind me, Sterling on the left, Bernardo Silva, Mahrez on the right. Who's going to stop that?
It's scary.
Harry Maguire, exactly. It is interesting. Do you think he will go to Barcelona?
I want him to go to Barcelona. I want him to. And I think it makes sense in a way, but it makes sense for him to wait.
Can you see Messi playing with Haaland?
I feel like it'd be like a bit of Dybala and Ronaldo. I just don't think they'd
work.
I
agree, yeah.
But it'd be sick to see him play along players like Pedri, Trincao, De Jong, all the youngsters Barcelona have.
Yeah. I think that's touching on our point of maybe it's 2-3 years too early, because the Barca team now they've got some unbelievable young stars.
Yeah.
But can they? We've seen they can't really do it in the Champions League now. Give them a couple of years with a Haaland up there, who would probably be the trailblazer and just a big leader up top. Sky's the limit once again.
Exactly.
It's decent for Erling Haaland.
It's decent.
It's big stuff. We're going to take a quick little break, probably go for a piss, and then come back. And we've got Premier League preview, and the Champions League predictions. Stay tuned. We'll be back. Boys and girls, mums and dads, lads and ladettes, we are back. EPL Preview, Champions League predictions and preview. It's a big week in football, matey boy.
Do you still know what Champions League is?
Take two. It almost feels like this international break has been like a month long.
Easily.
It feels like the COVID break that we had last year. I don't know, but I actually did check my phone the other day and say, was the Premier League finished? I was a bit confused then.
You hope it's finished, because I can see the nerves. Every time United's playing, you're tense.
To be honest,
squeaky bum time for 90 minutes.
To be honest, I actually kind of am nervous every time United plays now.
I don't blame you.
There's a couple of nice leaked kits, though, to change topic of Man United's next season, which is not good because it means I'm going to buy it, and then boy needs money. So, subscribe. Yeah, please just subscribe. It's free. Nothing's free anymore. All we have to do is just subscribe.
You don't even have members, so it's not like people are paying. You just click subscribe.
It's all free, man. What are you doing? First game up, we'll get straight into it. Chelsea West Brom.
They caused Thiago Silva a nightmare on his debut. Do you remember that? Just the ball went through his leg, and greatest comeback of the season, though, easily, 100%.
Yeah, no, it was awesome.
It was awesome.
I'm sure everyone's thinking, I remember that game against West Brom.
Remember that goal by Mount, Tammy?
Oh, yeah,
Adoy?
Yeah.
Everyone remembers it.
Yeah.
So we're not going to do a comeback this week, because it'll just be 2-0.
Yeah.
Standard.
It's a bit like that, isn't it? It's just boring.
Yeah, it'll be a boring game.
Just Chelsea 2-0. Give me a rating out of 10 for Thomas Tuchel's Chelsea career so far.
7.8756.
7.8756.
Yeah, it's not good enough to be a 7.9, but it's in between the 8 and the 9.
That's interesting. And I also do believe, which we'll touch on later, is maybe got a chance to make it an 11 out of 10.
He does.
Because he's almost saved you guys from the dead, low key. Because Chelsea were kind of expected to be, top 1, top 2. Obviously, the big signings haven't performed as well as what people expected them to. Signing of boyhood legend Frank Lampard and then sacking him. Tuchel came in and said, "Hey, I do business now. You listen to Thomas." So it's all fun and games at Chelsea. We'll touch on that because Chelsea's got a very favourable draw in the Champions League also. But we'll move on to the next game, which is a big one.
Blockbuster.
Like Matty Boy, who follows way too many pen girls on Instagram. It's big and it's good to look at. Leicester City versus Manchester City. Who's taking this one, Matty Boy?
No one. The points are getting shared. It's a 2-2. It's a 2-2. Jamie Vardy for the double.
He's having a party?
He's having a party. He'll be out celebrating.
Bring the vodka?
Bring the vodka. Bring the lime. Bring the soda.
It's
vodka. All happening at the King Power.
Jeez, mate. Well, it was a bit of like an MC Hammer time. We've lost the plot. It's too hot in here. To be honest, when I was writing these notes, I was looking at it. I'm saying, Leicester will put on a performance. They'll score goals. City will put on a performance. They'll score goals. Expert analysis here on 1-0. But I don't see any of them winning.
Nah, I don't see any of them losing. That's the issue.
Okay, mate. Because it is interesting. Maybe the Kings can come through with enough power. Get it? King Power?
King Power.
Thank you. City obviously have got a big game on midweek in the Champions League. Do you think they'll put strongest team out?
Strongest team. Get the boys, reunite them because they've missed each other for a few weeks.
Yeah.
Get them on the pitch. Get the chemistry. Green links.
The green links.
The green links. You don't want any red or orange links.
Like our foot draft.
Draft.
That we won before. And I packed Craig Noon in form.
My boy Craig.
Oh, mate.
Him and Jamie McLaren almost as good as Mahrez and Sterling.
Moving on, Arsenal versus Liverpool. What? Just clicked what you said. Arsenal Liverpool. I mean, I think it would be a bit silly to ignore the fact of passing of Claude, obviously from AFTV, or was on AFTV. If you do need to have a chat, obviously 1-0, the DMs are open. Send it out. Speak to anyone, close family members, friends. It's all good. You're not alone. I do think Arsenal will do something. I think they should, because I think they've made it known that. I mean, Aubameyang has got Troops' phone number and stuff.
Yeah,
it's like they all do know that they actually do watch it. Bellerin has mentioned them heaps of times. I think it would be appropriate for Arsenal to do a little something. And obviously, if it is what people are suspecting, and you don't want to suspect anything when it comes to stuff like that. But I think it'd be important for them to raise awareness also. But on a bit of a brighter note, Aubameyang, he's got a new trim. He's looking like a poet from Pornovich. But Matty Boy, did you see that goal that he scored? And every single clip of him in training was going around Instagram.
Because it's Aubameyang.
What was so good about it?
It's Aubameyang. He's got the touch.
All he did was get the ball and ping it at the goal. It was just straight down the middle and it was just hard.
But hey, Arsenal fans haven't seen Aubameyang score in a while.
You're telling me every good thing is hard?
Oh,
what? I just didn't get the point. Stop laughing. I just didn't get the point, Matty Boy.
I don't get the point either, but let them celebrate. Arsenal, they had a good comeback at West Ham. The second best comeback of the season.
I guess we do a bit of charity work now, like when Werner scored at training, everyone starts celebrating.
Because it's Werner.
Yeah, exactly. Charity work. You got to help them.
Hey, people are still raising awareness for Donny van de Beek to get a start.
That's true. # stop Donny abuse. Big game for Liverpool too, though.
Huge.
I don't think Liverpool will be going and saying we'll beat them.
It's not easy. And then Liverpool also got to think like City. They got a big midweek game.
And the way Liverpool's squad depth is, Diego Jota though put on a couple of good shifts for Portugal.
He's phenomenal.
So I think he could be the key man in Liverpool's UCL run.
Definitely him and Salah.
Yeah, I think it'll be great. Does anyone from that front three drop out for Diego Jota?
Firmino.
Do you think he does it straight away?
Easily, yeah.
Do you reckon?
Yeah.
That's got to be a big call from Klopp, though.
Doesn't matter.
Because before Jota got injured, Firmino was way out of favour.
Yeah, but the thing is, Liverpool, what's their issue? They can't score goals. And who's scoring most of the goals now?
Diego Jota.
Him and Salah did it earlier in the season, and you just can't drop Mane. He's just incredible player.
What's the thing? I mean, even though Salah's a bit... For some reason, Liverpool fans have turned at him so much. But I think Firmino makes the most sense to drop.
Yeah. definitely.
Just because those three in the attack, with the speed they've got. But then again, attack wins you games. Defense wins you championships, maybe.
Exactly. That's why we're winning the UCL.
I'm a block club. I'm not going to say it. Who do you think takes a dub here, mate?
Arsenal.
Do you reckon?
Arsenal, yeah. For some reason, I'm going to see it happening. There's no logic. Arsenal.
That's good. I'm going to go 2-1 Liverpool win.
Oh, no.
Yeah, I don't like them, but I've got to be nice to some people here, mate.
3-0.
Speaking about bloody good teams, Manchester United versus Brighton.
Brighton.
I've only put it out because it's Man United, but to be honest, I don't really want to talk about them. I don't know why, Matt, but they've left a sour taste in my mouth the last couple of weeks.
Years?
I mean, we'll beat Brighton, but there's nothing there for us.
It's a bit dull.
I just don't get it.
It's like you're striving for the cookies and cream ice cream, and you're stuck with vanilla. You're just not able to get to the
So
cookies
you're
and cream.
saying Manchester United need a bit of crushed cookies?
Exactly. They need to just get the flavors right, and they'll go places.
So that frozen Coke with the ice cream that I had last night. Do you think we're just a frozen Coke with no ice cream on top?
And the Skittles.
Sprinkles?
You need the sprinkles.
Yeah. Who do you think the sprinkle to that Coke is?
The sprinkle.
For Man United.
Current team or looking to bring someone in?
Bring someone in.
Bring someone in. I think you need a big centre half. And I said who Chelsea would bring in. I sent it into the 1-0 Instagram page the other day.
I didn't mention that.
Milan Skriniar.
I think that's big.
He's a big player.
I think that's big. Well, he's got to be a Serie A winning player.
Exactly.
I think I'd love Varane. I wouldn't complain with anyone, to be honest. I'm not going to lie. I'd love Varane. There's also big links with Koundé, the centre-back, and Paul Torres, the Spanish centre-back, also young one. Anyone, just come. Just come. To be honest, just come, bro. Maguire scored for England.
He found the goals this time.
Mate, that big slab head of his was unbelievable. So good of a player, Harry Maguire.
He's a crack player.
Do you think Brighton have any chance?
No. They're in the mud.
Who takes the dub?
United.
Score?
3-1.
3-0. Thanks for coming, Man United.
But you know where they won't be going?
Oh, fuck.
Into the Champions League prediction segment.
Champions League. Big Euro Bash.
Euro Bash.
It's the return of the Euro Bash.
It's back.
Massive Champions League round, quarterfinals. The champions. It is here.
The Heineken ads are back.
Oh, the Heineken. Man City versus Dortmund. Real Madrid versus Liverpool. Porto versus Chelsea, which makes me throw up in my stomach. And Bayern versus PSG. Matty boy, we'll start from top to bottom.
Top to bottom.
Manchester City, Dortmund. Feels like we've spoken a lot about these two teams. Over 2 legs. I think Dortmund win 1 leg.
They win outright 1 leg.
Yeah. Does that make sense?
Yeah, it does.
But I think Man City advance.
So you're saying City are going to put in a big shift in the first leg?
Yeah.
How much?
3-0.
3-0. You shocked me.
I know. Shocked myself a bit too, but 3-0.
How does 4-2 sound?
I don't mind the sounds of that. It was good to watch.
I think it'll be goals. You got Haaland. I think Haaland's a guaranteed to score at this rate.
Well, I tell you what, I'm looking forward to seeing Diaz versus Haaland.
Yeah. 2 of the best in each part of the pitch at their age.
The future.
It's the future of football.
Future of football, mate. I know, and it's hard to believe that we are not part of the future of football by playing, but Haaland and Diaz will give it over to you. I think Man City 3-0 the first leg, and I think second leg will make it a bit more even. I think this will probably be 2 legs will probably be the games of the quarterfinals.
For entertainment or for football?
For entertainment.
For entertainment, I'll give it that. Not for the quality of football, though.
I think there'll be some juicy little stuff going on with this one. Who do you see advancing?
You just can't beat City at this stage.
I agree. Man City's peaking at an unbelievable time.
Just like Richmond always do. They peak at the right time.
That's it. Kind of Tigers. Moving on. Oh, actually, I do want to ask, though. Do you think Man City finishing the Premier League off as early as they did is a negative or a positive thing in terms of their Champions League? Because obviously they've kind of not slowed down, but if there was like a 2-point difference the whole time in this Premier League race, they'd constantly be fighting every game players might be taking that extra bit of fitness testing, whatever. But now they can maybe afford to take the pedal off a little bit. Do you think the way that they're doing it now is fine?
Yeah.
Or like it's not going to be a problem? Or as we've seen previously when they've finished the Premier League off, Champions League, they kind of look a little bit slower.
I think.
Do you think it just doesn't really matter?
I don't think it matters. I think when you got Pep Guardiola as your coach, every game's a cup final.
That's it.
So
Cup final.
it doesn't bother them. I think it'll just motivate them to work harder and get those results. Because remember what Aguero said? I'm not leaving City till I win the Champions League.
Imagine if they win it this year. That'd actually be huge.
That'd be a statement.
That'd be very big. Liverpool versus Real Madrid next. If it looks a bit weird, we had to take a timeout break. We had fucking hot air balloons and everything just coming in. It's just confusing. Liverpool, Real Madrid. I don't know about this one.
Interesting. It's interesting.
I'm not really looking forward to this one. I'm not going to lie. Call me weird, call me silly, call me dumb. But something about Liverpool, Real Madrid, I'm just kind of like, both teams are not at the best we know Liverpool and Real Madrid can be. And I think maybe it's that. Everyone's building up the narrative of Mo Salah's going to get his revenge on Sergio Ramos. Sergio Ramos versus Mo Salah. It's huge. It's big. It's WrestleMania 37. Sergio Ramos says, hold my beer. I'm injured. Thanks for coming. I'm not playing the two legs.
Took the easy way out.
It would be. Ramos will definitely be in the crowd. And he's going to be screaming like an absolute truckie.
Exactly.
Which will be good to watch. But, Matty boy, who do you see taking the dub here?
Real Madrid.
You reckon?
There's one man in world football that's also underappreciated. And he is a striker. And it is Kareem the Dream.
Kareem the Dream.
And he's on fire. You can argue this is one of his best seasons of his career.
He's another one who underappreciated striker.
Yeah.
He's done it at the top level for so long now. And still, it never just comes out of people's mouths.
He was hiding in the shadows for a little bit, but...
He was. Now that shadows... Or remember with Hazard coming in, the shadows gone a bit bigger, but just in different ways. But it's a shame Hazard hasn't really played with injuries.
Sad. It is
been sad. He could have been one of the best players in the world right now. But
he was arguably the third best player after the World Cup.
Yeah, that's true. Do you see like Liverpool winning one leg?
I see Real Madrid winning the first leg and a draw in the second leg. I can't see Liverpool winning it.
There's a chance by the time Liverpool play the second leg, we might have fans at Anfield. Because I know Southampton, Everton, FA Cup, they've got to have fans there. So I think that could be a huge factor.
Could be a game changer.
Could be a game changer. I think Liverpool will advance through. I think this game will be 1-1 draw. And I think Liverpool will advance.
Hope you're wrong.
I think Jota will be the man on a mission.
Jota versus Varane, who you taking?
I think Jota.
That's a big call.
Varane's a good player, but I think Diego Jota on form for Portugal in the Euros, in the friendlies, whatever, blah blah blah, Euros, blah, whatever it's called, nations, whatever. No one cares anyway. Moving on, Matty boy, and I know I was with you when this came out. Porto v Chelsea. What was your reaction? I know your reaction. What was your reaction?
I was pretty happy because we avoided everyone.
You avoided Bayern Munich.
The teams I wanted to avoid: Bayern, Dortmund, City, PSG, and they're all on the other side.
Oh, so did you want to play anyone?
I wouldn't have minded playing Liverpool or Madrid, but we avoided the big four.
I mean, you look at that. I did say to you, obviously you're a Juventus fan also with the Italian blood in you. They did just knock off your boys Juventus.
I did.
So I do understand it's the easy game, but I don't think it is going to be an easy game.
No, they'll make us work, and we'll make them work.
If Porto come up for the occasion, there's nothing to say that they're not going to get the win over you guys.
They are very dangerous going forward.
I do, to be honest, Porto at home, Matty boy. I don't know if it's my football fan coming out of me, and I'm just excited because football's on. I think Porto could get a job done at home.
You think? I don't know. I could say maybe I couldn't see us losing it. Maybe a draw.
And again, it's Porto's, attacking, but I feel like against Chelsea they might come out and maybe just not risk it as much. But they're at home. So I feel like in this first game they could go out and say, you know what, we're at home. Let's just send it.
Yeah.
Let's full send it, mate.
They got to. They might have a choice.
And Chelsea, how can you guys handle with that? it could be interesting. As we said before in the Premier League preview, Chelsea is struggling to score a lot of goals, and creating chances is something that Tuchel might need to work on in the future. But I think Chelsea advance in just overall.
To a semi-final. You wouldn't have thought that when Lampard was taking the charge.
No way. I honestly, Matt, I think Chelsea make the final. I think Chelsea make the final.
I hope you're right.
Don't touch me.
And I hope you guys make the final as well.
Thanks, man.
Don't touch me.
Don't touch me. Yeah, but Europa League is so bad. Moving on, Bayern PSG.
I am gassed.
I'm going to ask a silly question. Who does Bayern versus PSG play?
Who does Bayern versus?
Who does the winner of this match versus in the semi-final?
City or Dortmund?
Yeah, okay, sweet. So my thing was right. What I'm going to say at the end.
Yeah.
This game is huge.
This is.
And what about in? The winner of this wins the Champions League.
Yeah, easily.
Yeah.
Easily.
I think Bayern, for some reason, people just aren't. I watched the kickoff, big ups the kickoff. I don't know why I have to say that, but everyone kind of had Chelsea as winners and Manchester City and PSG. Bayern, for me, are still the strongest team in the world.
And I think they gone on underrated players today. Joshua Kimmich.
Oh, mate,
I love a Joshua Kimmich.
We both love a bit of a Kimmich, mate.
I was thinking about getting the Germany top with Kimmich on the back for the Euros.
You know Germany top, and Khalid, shout out if you're watching. The black kit is so nice.
Oh.
But they put white for the names and the number.
It doesn't matter. I'm getting a Kimmich top.
Disgusting. I'll do a custom black number for you, mate. Kimmich, unbelievable. Alphonso Davies, he's injured, but Lewandowski. Did you hear what Thomas Muller said today about Goretzka? Because Lewandowski's injured.
Go on.
Maybe we call him Skoretzka.
Skoretzka.
That's an absolute stinker. Well, Lewandowski probably should be back for this PSG game. Hopefully, fingers crossed. Because you want the best of the best out. I'm going to go Bayern win and advance.
Yep. I'm going to go Bayern win this leg 2-0 and PSG win the second leg 3-0. Something's brewing. Pochettino's going to do it.
I would love to see Pochettino win the Champions League.
And I think if they can have all their front three, Mbappe, Di Maria, Neymar, it's dangerous.
Well, matey boy, who makes the final? I'll get you on before the final. We might even do a special Champions League, whatever thing. Who makes the final?
Wow. As we said, the winner of this leg, PSG versus, I got to say it, Chelsea. Or Real Madrid, one of the two. But Chelsea, definitely. PSG, Chelsea.
PSG, Chelsea?
PSG, Chelsea.
Let us know in the comments below who makes the Champions League final.
And
I'd love to see... What?
You know what that means? Tuchel's versus in the old squad. And in a Champions League final for the second year in a row.
Now, our mate Tim, he was telling me in the line at Subway the other day about all these conspiracy things about why Chelsea are going to win the Champions League because, last time a German manager lost the final the year after he won it. Jurgen Klopp, what did he do? He lost the final. What did he do the year after?
They won it.
What did Thomas Tuchel do last year?
He lost it.
What's he not going to do this year?
He's going to win it.
I said, what's he not going to do?
He's not going to lose it.
He's not going to win it, exactly.
Nah, and on top of that, I'll give you another theory. When we won the Champions League, what league did the round of 16 team come from? It was Benfica. They came from Portugal.
Yeah,
the quarterfinals.
I've got another one that will blow your mind, mate, boy.
Go on.
The last time Bayern Munich versed a French team in the quarterfinal, Chelsea won the Champions League.
All signs lead to...
And Bayern Munich lost.
All sides lead to West London having another Champions League trophy.
I can't have Chelsea win the Champions League. I can't. I just can't do it. I'm going to go a Bayern Munich versus Chelsea Champions League final.
Versus Chelsea.
Yeah. And I'm going to be honest. I'm not just saying it because I think Bayern absolutely run you off the park in that final.
Oh, easily. Well, they beat us 7-1 over 2 legs last year. So
I think Bayern. I think that's a Liverpool-Tottenham type final.
Yeah, I think there's obviously a clear favourite, clear winner.
I would love to see a PSG man. Oh no, I wouldn't actually. I'd love to see Mbappe win a Champions League. If Mbappe were to win a Champions League now, that means at such a young age, he's won the World Cup, could go and win the Euros this year. Champions League, obviously many league ones. That's unbelievable.
It's kind of like when Rafael Varane was growing up,
Yeah.
younger.
I mean, that would be crazy. So you've gone Chelsea versus PSG in the final.
Yeah.
I've gone Bayern Chelsea in the final. I think Bayern versus Chelsea, the winner of that makes the final.
Just on quickly, I'd love to see Real Madrid get there and have like Toni Kroos, Modric, Benzema.
That would be
Marcelo.
It would be huge for Real Madrid to make the final.
Yeah.
And if they were to win it without Ronaldo, because I feel like Ronaldo would be sitting that with his unbelievable girlfriend, just thinking, what the fuck did I do? But then again,
it doesn't work. It doesn't work.
Then again, he's got a bag. That is it. We'll leave you with one more thing. Who will be the name on everyone's tongue at the end of this Champions League?
Who will be the name on everyone's tongue at the end of this Champions League?
It can be as obvious as you like. You can try going a bit adventurous.
Wow.
We love Lady Gaga. A Star Is Born.
A Star Is
Born. Which star?
Which star? Well, I think if it wasn't obvious enough at the end of last year's Champions League run, a cheeky Keylor Navas will be on everyone's tongue.
You reckon?
He already proved it against Barcelona. He proved it last year.
That's big.
And he's gone under the radar ever since Real Madrid obviously didn't work out for him. I think if PSG get to the final, Keylor Navas will be a significant reason.
That is very big. I'm going to go. Again, it pains me to say it. Mason Mount. I'm a Mount believer now, I'm not going to lie.
About time people started seeing the good in him.
I'm a Mount believer. I think if Chelsea make that run to the final, Mason Mount is the guy.
Oh, he's so key.
He's the guy.
He's the most important player.
It's huge.
It's huge.
Guess what?
What?
That wraps us up for today's podcast.
It's been a good one.
Unbelievable, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls. Thank you very much for tuning in. This has been 1-0. I'm your host, Costa, joined by Matty Boy today. We'll see him again in the near future if he doesn't keep on upping his price to come on. But it's all fun and games. Make sure to like, subscribe. Subscribe just for the boys. Just do it for the boys. Or for the girls. Just do it just for the boys. Thank you for watching. We've been 1-0. Adios, amigos.